morning everyone, welcome back to Makeup and Hustle and thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Vidhi and today we're doing Shop My Stash. This is inspired by Emily Noel. She was the first one that I ever saw doing this makeup, so I'm giving her credit for it, and also just mentioning that the inspiration comes from Emily Noel 83 here on YouTube. So without further ado, let's go and have a look at what I have in my stash to use today. Good morning guys, let's go through my minimal makeup collection and see what I have to pick out for my full face. So let's get started. Okay, so just as an overview, this is literally all I have for my makeup. There are certain things that I haven't used in a while and I thought I would do a little bit of digging through and using some of the stuff that I haven't used in a while. So this is what I have in terms of blushes and powders, and I have one sort of primer in here. So this is the Tarte, what is this, Shape Tape Prep and Prime Balm. It didn't fit anywhere else, so that's where I've put it. Let's see, for powder I've got the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder. I haven't used that in a while. I always use that. I've got my Maybelline Fit Me, I use that, and I've got the Loreal. I think I'm gonna use the It Cosmetics. And then for blush, I've got my NYX blushes, I've got some Essence, I've got my Sephora. I really like this blush. I don't know if they make that anymore. I haven't used this one in a long time. So this is Dolce Pink by Milani, so we'll use that. In this one I've got bronzers and highlighters. So I've got the Maybelline City bronzer just out here, which is one of my favorites, and I just used this I think very recently. I've got the MAC bronzer Rimmel Good to Glow. I've used that quite a bit. And I have these two. So this is the Zoeva palette. So it's got the banana powder, a highlighter, a bronzer, and a contour shade. So it's got all four, and then I have this, ooh, and then I've also got this Marc Jacobs one. Okay, we'll go with the Marc Jacobs one. And then for my highlighter, I've got the Loreal Glow palette, which I just used recently. I've got the Luminizer, or the Manizer sisters. I've got my Maybelline one, which I really love. Got the e.l.f. one, don't use that quite often. I've got this one which I used to like. It's very subtle. I'll go with the Manizer sisters because I haven't used that in quite a long time. So in this one I've just got some single shadows, some brow products, and eye base and eyebrows, and like all kinds of mixtures. I haven't, for my brows, I'll use the, have I used this in a recent video? I don't think I have. So I'll use this one because I use the Rimmel one all the time. So I'll use the Brow Studio, or sorry, Tattoo Brow. And then I haven't used my Soft Ochre paint pot in a really long time, so I'll use that as well. And then I've got some lip stuff. For lips, oh my god, there's so much. Actually, it's very dependent on the makeup that I do. So I'm just going to pick out a couple of shades and then see which one suits the best. So I'm going to go in with, so this is Hot Harissa. This is by I think this is Bite Beauty. I think this is Bite Beauty. So this is a really nice, bright sort of a color. And then for a nude sort of a color, I'm going to go in with maybe Patina. I haven't used these two in a while. Maybe I'll do my Fairest Nude. So I've got like a bright, I've got a pink, and then I've got a really nude color. So we'll see which one looks good. And then these are my eyeshadow palettes. And general palettes, just... sorry, this one right here. So this is a Fenty one. I've got my Shannexo. I've got a new one. So this is actually the Natasha Denona one. What do I want to use? This is the Rimmel one. I've got Jackie Aina, Carly Bible. I think I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay one because I haven't used that in a really long time. And I actually really like this palette. So we're going to go in with that. Eyeliner, some brushes, more lip products in the end there. And lip liners. Lip liners will be dependent on the lip product that I go for. but I guess I use this all the time again. I don't want to use that. Okay, maybe we'll go in with this Jordana natural one. It's probably the safest bet. And then for eyeliner, okay, I've got a chrome eyeliner which hasn't even been opened yet, so we'll go with that. Oh, hello, coffee. So these are all my foundations here. They just normally sit here. What haven't I used in a while? So I've got the Maybelline Urban Cover, which I love. Got the Wet n Wild one. Got Flower Beauty, L'Oreal, MAC. I'm gonna go in with Wet n Wild, and then for primer, I think I haven't used this in a while because I've been using my Maybelline one, so we'll go with that. And then for setting spray, I'll go with this because I don't use this as often as well, so we'll go with this one. Concealer, I've got them here. This I haven't used and I've had that for quite some time, so we'll just, I don't even know if they make it anymore. Mascara, I think this one I haven't used quite a lot, so we'll go with the Rimmel Wonderfully Real mascara. That's literally it for a full face, and we're just going to put all of this on our face and get started. Alright, so I've got all of that just over here, and we're just going to quickly start applying that on our face. Okay, so let's get started by priming our face. The only thing I have on my face at the moment is my moisturizer. So we're going to try out, or we're going to be using the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer today. I used to use this all the time in the past and I haven't used this recently, so I'm just going to use my fingers to apply this. Hopefully I have some in here. Okay, so unfortunately the Rimmel one was out, but I've got my Tarte Shape Tape Pore and Prime Balm, which I haven't used in a really long time, so we're going to use this today. And I'm just going to use my fingers to apply this. I'm the only person that uses these products anyways, so that's all good. And I'm going to mainly concentrate that where my pores are, so mainly in my T-zone where they're the most enlarged. Okay, so once that's done, I'm going to go in with my foundation, and this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in Golden Beige, and I'm just going to use the spatula to apply that all over my face. And I'm just going to be using a brush today to apply this. This is the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro in number 4. And for concealer, we picked the Visible Lift Under Eye Concealer by L'Oreal. I don't know if they make this, but this is in the shade Light Medium. I've had this for so long, but it's still sealed. For concealer, I'm just going to be using another BH Cosmetics brush. This is the Marble Collection, and this is in number 4 as well. To set it, I'm going to be using my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder, and I'll just use the little puff that comes with it. So I'm just taking it in the lid and using I'm just going to take my brush and dust that away because that looks horrible. It's kind of giving me like that white cast, unfortunately, but I'm just going to use a brush to apply that. The puff is not doing a lot of justice. Oh, my under eyes look very, very crepey. I apologize, guys, but I wanted to wear makeup, so here we are. And then I'm just going to go in with my bronzer contour sort of a situation. So for that, I have my Marc Jacobs one. This is Hi-Fi Filter. Now this is supposed to be a really light shade, but it actually isn't. I feel like the camera is not doing it justice. I'm just going to go in with a darker shade. I'm going to be using like a really small brush today, and I'm going to be contouring with this. And then we're going to go in with blush. So for blush, I'm using my Dolce Pink from Milani. I've had this for so long, and to this day, it's one of my favorites. And then we'll just quickly do highlight. So I'm going to be using my the Manizer Sisters trio, and I'm going to be going in with ever so famous Mary Luminizer. Just a little bit around my nose. Actually, for that, I'm just going to do... And then going in with brows. I haven't used this a lot. So this is the Maybelline Tattoo Brow in medium brown. Okay, cool. So now I'm just going to go in with my Soft Ochre paint pot, which looks really dry, but trust me, there is stuff in there that's going to come out. Okay, I'm just going to use a brush to place that first. So as you can see, it is still, even though like it looks dry, like it usually isn't. I'm just going to go in with that Marc Jacobs. Okay, I don't know how much of that was recorded, but I'm hoping that you got to see majority of it. So I did my brows, and then I applied my Soft Ochre paint pot, and then I went in with the lighter shade from this palette, and I set that all over my eyelids. And then I went in with my Naked palette, and I used Naked all over my eyelids as well as the crease, and I took it up to my brow bone area a little bit as well, and just sort of mesh that into my eyelids completely. And then I went in with Buck, and I concentrated that in the outer corner and the socket of the crease, so basically where the fold is, and that's where we're at. Hopefully majority of that got recorded. I also took a smaller brush, and I took Buck, and I applied that on my lower lash line. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I've got like this huge light next to the monitor, and it's kind of in that way where I can see it's being recorded or not, and it wasn't. Anyway, I am going to go in with Half Baked. Love this shadow. So I'm just going to take that on a shader brush. I'm just applying Half Baked in the lower inner corner as well. Lower inner third. Then I'm going to go in again with that same brush, and I'm going to take the Buck and just intensify the outer corner, the intensity that we've lost. Outer corner, and then just a little bit on the crease to sort of make it look blended. Same thing on this side. for my inner corner, I'm going to use Sin, which is the second shade in the palette. There we go. And we're going to use the same shade to also just highlight the brow bone, just in the high arches. Line our eyes. So I have the eyeliner, this is by Wet n Wild Mega Chrome in 151 Cobalt Blue. So because it is an eye pencil, I feel like I need to add a little bit more to my eyeliner. So I'm actually going to go in with the palette again, and we're going to go in with Creep. And we're just going to use that darker shadow to cover up any sort of sparse areas left by the eye pencil. I'm also going to add a little bit on my lower lash line. So I'm actually just going to use that same brush and just get the placement right first. And then just go in with the brush that we used earlier and just blend that in. There we go. And then I'm just going to go in with my mascara. So this is the Rimmel Wonderfully Real mascara. I should have done my mascara after I sprayed my face, but too late. Okay, and then we're gonna do our lips. I think I'm going to go in with the nude shade. So I have the natural lip liner. And then I'm going to be going in with my Loreal Fairest Nude, one of my all-time favorites. And then, other than my eyes, I'm just going to spray the Mario Badescu spray. Because I know that mascara is going to run everywhere. Just going to take a fan. I have a handy dandy little fan. This one right here. So this is the finished look, you guys. This is so much fun shopping my stash, you know, finding some old favorites and really just enjoy having all of them on my face. Like, I tend to do this where if I really like something and I'm, you know, afraid that I wouldn't get it again, I tend to stop using them. So the Urban Decay Naked Palette is one, the Fairest Nude is another one, and so is the lip liner. Like, I love these products. Surely there were some duds. But for the most part, these are my favorite products, and having not used them in so long, so good to have like all of them on my face and have like a full face beat. Like, I haven't done this in a really, really long time. And it's just really nice to have that face on and, you know, forget about the freaking dermatitis. It's been going on for so long, so I just kind of gave up and I'm like, I'm just gonna live my life. But yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed watching this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I do have loads more content coming up, and I do also incorporate cooking videos, which is very new to me, but I really enjoy doing them, and my husband's also taking part in that. So if you want to stick around and meet him and see him and, you know, see what he's up to, so definitely go ahead and subscribe to my channel down below. I'll leave all the links, and also there are more videos that you can go and catch up on, so I'll leave all of them down below and also up in the cards. But again, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye. Primer. So for primer today, we're using the Maybelline. All right, so let's just dive in. All right, so let's drop. Oh my God.